Now I've got to square that and times it by pi, giving you an area of 742.6 centimetres squared. Number 6, the parallel sides of a trapezium. Now I always find it easier to draw out the trapezium. So the parallel sides of a trapezium of area. So the area of a trapezium is add the opposite sides, divide by 2, and times it by the height. You're told equals 68. So 68 equals, now you're told the two sides, 5.8 and 4.2. So add two sides, 4.2 add 5.8 divided by 2, times it by the height. I can work this bit out here. 4.2 add 5.8 is 10 divided by 2 gives you 5. So you have 68 equals 5h. I can work out h, bring that over and divide. So 68 divided by 5 gives me an h value of 13.6 centimetres. And that's indeed what the question was asking. Find the perpendicular height. Perpendicular just means the straight up height, the one at right angles. Number 7. The total surface area of a cuboid. I like to draw out again what I'm doing here to give me some type of idea. So you're told the total area is that. The length is 3 times the height. So if that was x, the length is going to be 3x. Now, the breadth is double the height. That's going to be 2x. Find the volume. This is to do with surface area. Now, sometimes it's nice to sort of see it as a 3D diagram. When I'm doing surface area, I like to know the base is 3x times 2x times 2x. The top is also the same, so just double that. The left-hand side is 2x times x, and the left-hand side is going to be the same, so just double that. The front is going to be 3x times x, because the height's x. The back's going to be the same, so just double it. And you're told that all equals 550. So let's tidy this up. In here you've got 2 times 3, 6 times 2 is 12, x squared, plus 2 times 2 is 4, x squared, plus 2 times 3 is 6, x squared, it equals 550. 12 add 4 add 6 is 22, x squared equals 550. You'll bring your 22 over and divide. So 550 divided by 22 gives you 25. So x squared is 25. So x is 5. So now you can put in all your sides. So the height is 5, the breadth is 10, and the length is 15. And you want the volume. Volume is just the base times the height. So 13 times 10 times 5. Sorry, 15 times 10 times 5 gives me an answer of 750 centimetres cubed. Make sure volume's in centimetres cubed. Number 8. Find the volume and surface area of this shape here. The next one is finding the volume and surface area of this shape. I'll do the volume first. Volume is the area times the length or the height. So times by 64. The area of a trapezium is add the opposite sides, divide them by 2, times them by 18. So that's add the parallel sides, divide by 2, and times it by the height. That's the area. Don't forget to times it by the length that goes back to get the total volume. So 24 add 16 equals 40, divided by 2 is 20, times by 18, times it by 64, gives you a volume of 23040 centimetres cubed. Now the surface area. The area of the front is that one there. So it's 24 add 16 divided by 2 times the height. The back's going to be the same, so just double that. This here, left-hand side or right-hand side rectangle, that says 20 there, it's hard to read. It's just 20 times 64. The top of it is a rectangle, 24 times 64. So 24 times 64. The left hand side is 20 times 64 rectangle. And quite nice, put brackets around these so I can keep them all together. And then I've got the base to do, 16 times 64 rectangle. And just working all of those bits out. 24 add 16 equals 40 divided by 2 is 20 times 18 times 2 gives me 720 plus 20 times 64 1280 plus 24 times 64 1536 plus 20 times 64 1280 plus 16 times 64 gives me 1024. Adding it all together, 720 add 1280 add 1536 add 1280 add 1024 gives me a total surface area 5840 centimetres squared for area. Now, I'm going to have a look at number 9, which is half a cylinder. And they want the volume. Volume is the area. So area of a circle is pi r squared. You have half a circle times the length, 48. Now, if you look at your circle there, the diameter is 4, so the radius is going to be half. That's going to be 2. So it's pi times 2 squared over 2 times 48. So that just becomes 96 pi centimetres cubed. The surface area of this shape, you've got the two ends, which are two circles. Them together will give you a full circle. So it's pi r squared. That's the two ends together. The rectangle on top is 48 times 4. Now you've got to think about the curved bit. The curved bit is going to be a rectangle when you open it up. The length of the rectangle is going to be that circumference, which is pi times d for circumference. You've only got half a circle, you'll divide it by 2. So that's going to be the length of your rectangle, and it goes back 48. So times it by 48. Altogether, pi times the radius is 2 squared, plus 4 times 48 is 192, plus pi times your diameter is 4 divided by 2 times 48. So that's 4 pi, add 192, add 96 pi. So it's 100 pi, add 192. And I'll just work that out to give it a bit neater looking, giving me an answer of 506.2 centimetres squared for area. Number 10, the curved surface area and volume of a cylinder. So a cylinder, I'll just draw out the picture there. Now it's talking about the curved surface area. That's that rectangle bit. When you open it up, the curved surface area is the circumference, which is pi d, times the height. And the volume. So over here we'll look at the volume. Volume is the area, pi r squared, times the height. You're told the curved surface area is 6330. So that's pi d times h. You're told the volume is 88700 pi r squared times the height. Find the base radius and the height. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to change that into radius. So 6330. And remember the diameter is the same as 2 radius. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get an expression of h for h out of this one here. So if I bring this over to the other side, it becomes dividing. So 6330 over 2 pi r equals h. I'm going to take that h and put it into this formula. So it becomes 88700 equals pi r squared. I'm putting the h in here, 6330 over 2 pi r. Now what I've effectively done, I've eliminated h. So I've got a formula or an equation with just r's so I can solve it. So just simplifying this down, pi over pi, r squared over r gives you r. 6330 divided by 2 gives you 3165. Bring that across and divide. 88700 divided by 3165 gives me a radius of 28 centimetres. To work out the height, just pop it into there. So the height is 6330 over 2 times pi times my radius. So in the calculator I will put in 6330 divided by, open brackets, 2 times pi times my previous answer, close brackets, gives me a height of 35.95 centimetres. The volume of a cone, so I like to draw out the picture here. Now, the volume of any type of pyramid is a third the base area, which is pi r squared, times the straight up height. You're told it's got a perpendicular height of 5, so that's the height there is 5. You're told the volume is 33.8. So it's a third times pi r squared. I can work out the radius here. So what I'll do is I'll have pi times it by 5 divided by 3, just to get a number there. So if 33.8 equals 5.23599 times r squared, bring that across, becomes dividing. 33.8 divided by my answer gives me r squared to be 6.455. So r is going to be the square root of that, which is 2.54. Now the question says find surface area. Surface area is the base, pi r squared, plus the curved area. And the curved area is pi r l. So pi times r squared plus pi times r times l. Now I don't have l, so what I'm going to do is going to go over here to the side and draw out that wee triangle. Your radius is along the bottom there, 2.54. Your straight up height is 5. Use Pythagoras theorem. 2.54 squared add 5 squared equals l squared. So square that, add 5 squared, gives me 31.455 for l squared. So l is the square root of that, giving me 5.61. So putting that over here into my formula, so I've got pi times r times l. Into the calculator, I already have the answer, so times it by 2.54, times it by pi, gives me for this part 44.7539. For this part, it is pi times 2.54 squared, gives me 20.268. Add the two answers together, gives me a surface area of 6502 centimetres squared.